Why Ryan Brown?
Well, Coach's name is Starter. I think the answer to that question would be obvious, is that he's been the most consistent through camp. But that room has been, that has been a tough battle in that room for sure. There's a lot of guys competing for that job and did a great job and got a lot better. And so I feel really good about the quarterback room. We're gonna go put our team in position to win games in that room, and the other guys got to be ready to go when the number's called. But that's a decision.
What did Ryan show you in terms of intangibles and those quarterback leadership qualities?
Yeah, great leadership qualities every day. Great leadership qualities every day. Hang on just a second, guys. Hey, go. Great leadership qualities every day. All right, we'll get this right later. All right, great leadership qualities every day. The guy is his intangibles are phenomenal, especially only being a part of the team for 3 or 4 months, and the relationship he's developed with the team, and his ability to lead them, because you have to earn the respect for them to allow you to lead them in the way that he does, because he's vocal about it and he's intense about it, and that's to me one of the best parts about him and who he is as a leader on the team and who he is as a quarterback.
What about the skill set? Just talk about his ability to throw the ball. Some of the things he does well from an arm talent standpoint.
Well, great arm talent. He can make all the throws. We're still working on some fundamental things that he can even get better at. Overall, there's nothing that you draw up that you're like, oh, that's not his throw. He can throw them all.
You worked for a coach the last few years who's kind of got a quarterback guru reputation. What did you learn from that experience with him that you were able to take into this evaluation process and this assistance process, helping these guys get better?
Well, the first thing in Coach Riley is to be creative, not to be afraid of getting outside the box, but put it in your team's mind's box. But don't be afraid to get outside the box in what you do. But I think being aggressive and having opportunities to go make chunk plays and looking for those opportunities to capitalize on those things from his mindset. But I think from the quarterback standpoint, obviously one of the things that people may not know about Coach is just, man, he drills down, he vets. When we get to a Saturday, every play that's on that sheet has been gone over time after time after time again until we know we've put our quarterback in a really comfortable position to execute that play and the entire offense. And so that's the one thing I would probably say I took from Coach that I think he's excellent at.
How important will Ryan's ability to run be for this offense, his running ability?
Well, a mobile quarterback's always important because you extend plays, and scramble drill. How many big plays come off? If you're good at scramble drill, how many plays come off of it? And a guy that can run can obviously extend pass plays, get out of trouble, and those things always make it hard on the defense. If we do what I believe we can do, what I know we can do in a passing game, obviously that's where his legs become a threat.
Are you tired? Are you happy this decision's over and not answering any questions?
There's no happiness in it or tired of it or anything like that. There's really not. I've enjoyed the competition. It's been fun. It's been fun because those guys can, you know how it is, you start competing against each other and one guy jumps up a little, the next guy jumps up, next guy jumps, and they all start getting better as a group. And that to me is what's been so much fun about watching this position through fall camp. So, big shout out to every one of those guys, the way they competed through fall camp.
It's usually maybe there's a head-to-head competition. Maybe once in a while a third guy gets in there. You guys are splitting it across 4. Was that unique for you? And did you have to approach it in any kind of a different way?
Yeah, pretty unique. Some of that just comes along with, Ryan didn't go through spring ball. We're not that familiar with him. And then really it came from too that some of the other guys in the room, like Bennett, Meredith, and Malachi Singleton improved so tremendously much from spring until now. So it was fun to watch. I feel really good about that group. There's obviously ebb and flows each day. Our goals will be consistent. You know, but all those guys have improved a lot.
We saw a change in kind of how you guys were handling the reps, or just like the order of things starting on Monday. Was there something in the scrimmage on Saturday that helped Ryan separate from the rest of those guys?
I don't think anything specific in the scrimmage. I think it's just a body of work over time, you know, when you kind of start to get a feel for where you think it's headed, and then you try to start moving it that way so that everyone around can get better too.
Who is the number 2 quarterback?
Ryan Brown's a starter. We have told them, I'm not going to address that because we honestly feel like we have a 2A and 2B. There'd be a first guy to go, and I'm not doing a cop out on that. We really feel that way. Those 2 guys have really improved a lot.
Non-quarterback related. You've cross-trained a lot of guys, especially in the middle of the offensive line. How much depth has that added? Just get the versatility that some of these guys have.
Well, you're hoping it's added a lot. You know, we still have a lot of work to do there. You know, we're every day coming out here and getting better at little things to help ourselves improve and execute. But I do think, you know, the nice thing is probably one of the things that you get somewhat concerned about sometimes, having depth at center, you know. And I feel like we got 4 legitimate guys that can play center, and they've all played at live snaps this fall for quite a few snaps. So that part to me has been a real bonus. So that shuffling around of the offensive line on the interior.
As a whole, how do you feel like the offense has improved? What are some areas you feel like they've improved over the duration of fall camp? What are some areas, too, they still need to grow in a week away from Ball State?
Well, you know, I mean, we've improved in a lot of areas. I mean, so, you know, you're going to look at your base things like running routes, blocking people, catching the football. You know, Ahmad Branch had an opportunity in practice at a long ball, left his hands low. You know, when the ball comes out of the sky to your hands low, you can't see it in your hands, and he dropped it. Next day, we addressed it. Next day, hands are high. It's almost same ball, just on the other side of his body. Hands are high. He catches it, you know. So all of those little things like that are things that, you know, we can talk for days on, you know, about every specific little example of improvement. But I mean, listen, we still got to get better in every area. And the best teams don't go, okay, boy, we're to the season, and now we are what we are. You know, we got to keep getting better every single week as we go, and that's got to be our push as an offense as we continue.
Both Coach Ford in the last couple of weeks and Coach Odom just now have sort of expressed some level of concern with the consistency of the receiver group. You were talking about that example with Amar. I saw a practice where I think EJ was having some drop issues, but stayed after to work on that. I guess just where do you feel like that group is right now in terms of the consistency that a young quarterback's going to need?
Well, a lot of explosive potential, and in days we're really good. We've had some really good days. We got to be an everyday unit at that unit. You know what I mean? We got to be an everyday unit. And so there's a lot of, you know, there's just, and that's where the consistency comes from. We got to be the same every day so that we can start to get even more comfortable, right, with timing and execution and all those things. But those guys are working hard every day. You know, we've had a couple, and again, it's the same old thing. Like, a bad day or two doesn't define who you are as a player. You know, you see the one bad day, you're like, oh man, what's going on? I mean, yes, do you want to eliminate all those days? But I've never been through a game, I've never been through a practice where a player is perfect. I've never seen it, you know. So anyway, that unit is going to make a lot of plays for us this year. They're going to be really good. Are we growing and continuing to make it consistent every day? Yes, we are. But they're coming out working hard every day to do that.
Anything else, Coach?